Hello everyone, in this lesson we will learn about arc welding commands and welding parameter settings. First, introduce the location of the instruction. Explain the meaning of each instruction. Next, we explain each instruction in detail in the form of job examples. Create a welding job. When the robot instruction runs to the third line, the command is triggered to call the arc starting parameters. The robot first triggers the parameters in the strike file corresponding to the first hash parameter. The instruction range is 1 to 32, the file number range is 1 to 32, and the instructions and files correspond 1 to 1. Next, we will introduce in detail the data in the strike file. File num 1 to 32. You can also scroll up and down to view the data. Welding mode, we take magnet as an example. We can see the DC synergic mode, pulse synergic mode, welding machine job number calling mode, welding machine local control mode, current and voltage separate mode. Filling the welding current range from 0 to 500 here. Welding voltage parameter filling position. If we select the DC synergic or pulse synergic mode, when link is filled in here, the voltage will be automatically matched by the welding machine according to the set current. If you fill in 1, add 1 to the matching voltage. If you fill in -1, add -1 to the matching voltage. If we select the part weld mode, fill in the actual welding voltage value here. Pre-flow. When the robot reaches the arc on command, it will eject the shielding gas according to the input data. The unit is seconds. After the time elapses, the welding wire will be fed out to ignite the arc. Arc starting time, the time for welding according to the strike file parameter after arc ignition. If it is 0, the strike file current and voltage will not take effect, and the arc will be started directly with the current and voltage in the weld file. Pause time, the dwelling time of the robot at point PR after the arc is ignited. Arc start detect, the enable needs to be set to on, and the time unit is recommended to be a second. When the arc has not been ignited 1 second after the robot runs to arc on, the robot will give an alarm. 1 detection time is enough and the interval wire time can be ling. Arc leak detection enable should be on, and 1 second of detection time is sufficient. The remaining parameters in the strike file will not be introduced in this lesson. After the arc starting process is complete, the welding process begins. The weld mode is the same as the weld mode in the strike file. The current and voltage are also the same as those in the strike file. The quench file is the process of filling arc pits. Post-flow, the time for the shielding gas to be output after the arc is extinguished, with the unit being seconds. Arc off time, the time to fill the pit at point P7 with the arc extinction parameters, unit, second. Pause time, the time the robot stays at point P7 after the arc extinguishes, unit, second. Wire back time, the time for the welding wire to retract after the arc is extinguished, unit, second. Wire streak detect, stick wire detection. This function only supports welders of some brands. Usually, turning off the enable switch is sufficient. Flowchart, after the robot reaches point P7, It first goes through arc off time, then pause time, post flow, and wire back time are in parallel. After the pause time ends, the robot leaves and runs to point P4. Next, we will explain the arc on UI arc off UI commands. The difference here is that the instruction current and voltage for welding parameters are not executed according to the values in the document, while the mode is executed according to the settings in the document. The arc extinguishing parameters are also the same. Use the data in the instruction instead of the data in the file. Next, we will explain the instruction for switching welding parameters. When the robot reaches point P3, it will switch parameters, and the arc will not be extinguished during the switching process. The introduction of welding parameters and instructions is completed. Thank you all.